Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to Earthbound Conversations
with Lindsay and
Sharon.
Hello, hello.
Welcome back. So today we want to talk about holding space and what does that mean.
Yes.
Lindsay's going to explain to us what she thinks it means, how she holds space for someone, and then I'll go into how I hold space for someone.
Yeah, to me, holding the space means that you're being a support unit for somebody as they're going through a process, a transition. I've had it where friends were maybe going through a divorce, a breakup, moving, or just something very uncomfortable transition. And a lot of the times I would, be like, would you like to come over? Would you like to go get something to eat? Would you like to just relax on the couch, listen to music? We don't have to talk about it. I'll just be there and almost be a grounding support for them, just so they can know that they have somebody there and not be alone and be deep in their thoughts and in negative patterns.
Yes, I agree. I also go about holding space on a frequency level. So when we're going through chaos or turmoil on the planet or in general, or we're around people or the collective, sometimes I like to just hold a frequency of love, and I find that as a way to hold space for people. Or like you said, if they're going through something, how can I be of service without exerting myself in doing that? And or if someone is going through a healing crisis, or they're in the hospital and they're like, oh, well, can you say a word of prayer for me? Whatever it may be, I'm like, sure, I'll sit in silence or meditation to really sit in prayer and uphold that space for that person, so that the frequency is high enough for them to be able to receive or accept the healing or the support that they need. And then that brings us into the next thing. Are we attached to the outcome when people are going through? And can we be in surrender? Or when we say we're going to hold space, or we're going to say a prayer for them, my teacher always taught, don't pray for me if you're going to worry, because guess what? You just deleted the prayer.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the God honest truth. So I've always been taught that if someone says, oh, I need you, or can you pray for me, or hold space for me, I already envision them happy, healthy, healed, and whole. Our initial response is always to worry about people.
What's going to happen? How is it going to look? Are they okay? Where are they? Yeah.
Yes, and it's a lack of faith. And then so you're deleting the prayer. And so sometimes we get attached to the outcome because we think we know what the outcome is. Or what we think it should be, which means we're putting limits on how the spirit and universe and God can work in our lives. What are some of the things that you would do to kind of help balance people who are in a funky place, or they want to learn how to hold space for somebody?
Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Definitely finding the balance means being able to go, let me not message them, let me just let them sit for a minute. As well, being able to hold space for yourself is always a good way. Being able to ground yourself, to be able to sit silently and breathe throughout your stressful times in life will help you with other people. Making sure your cup is full too.
That's right. That's a good one.
Because, I've noticed in times when friends who were really stressed out, and they were like, oh my God, this is going on, I need a space to sit in, and they would come over, and really I was like, I'm tired, I need to go to bed. And I would do it, and then I'd be like, dang, why did I do that? I wish I'm actually tired and a little drained, and I have work tomorrow, and I got to get up early, and they're here, and it's 11 o'clock at night, what's going on? So making sure your cup is full too, because especially if they're going through something, you want to make sure specifically
that you have the energy to be able to hold that space for them and not drain yourself. and say, oh gosh, I need to go to somebody else. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I usually have that major prayer, God, work through me, speak through me, you know what they need, and saying, okay, let me put a time frame, because you can open a door or say, I want to be there for you. However, to what extent, like you said, if your cup is half empty or on E, and you're on reserve, how can you hold that space?
Running on fumes.
And sometimes I would say allowing people to figure things out themselves, because if you're always the rescuer and feeling like, oh, I need to really do this for them, they never really learn. And then you find you holding this space for the same people over and over. But then there's people who are very appreciative. So one of the things that I would say, or a prayer that I would pray, excuse me, something's in my eye, I now hold a space of love, clarity, understanding, and peace for who are all in my presence and that come into my presence. Wouldn't you say, you know, just positive affirmations, prayers that just really allow us to step outside of that worry on what's happening? Holding space means so many different things, even if it's just being in silence and listening.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially it's a lot of the times we're trying to worry because we're trying to make sure they stay safe. And I think that's, you know, a lot of the times it's our, I don't want to say our monkey brain, almost. The part of ourselves, our subconscious, is like, we don't want anything bad to happen. We must protect. We are fearful. And that goes back again to breathing, making sure to breathe.
That's right.
And yeah, making sure to not allow that to override, like how you said, be trying to be attached to the outcome. Just be okay and let it be what it is.
That's right.
And letting them figure it out for themselves.
Yes, it's all a part of the experience. And we all navigate through time and space differently. However, if someone leaves us enough room to come into realization of who we are, what's going on in a situation, and again, breathing, like sometimes you just need to breathe through it, or you need someone to listen, or I need a girls trip, or whatever it is. We thank you for listening to us. We're trying to make these videos short and sweet so that you will look forward to liking,
share,
and subscribe. Thank you for joining us. We send love and blessings and peace to you. Have a blessed day. Thank you.